What is going on, you guys? Today I have another quick episode for you. So we're going to be reviewing a YouTuber named The Swedish Gringo, and the title here is Rio de Janeiro for Men, What You Must Know. Travel guide, safety, nightlife, dating, and beaches. Sounds interesting, so let's get into it.
Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in my opinion, the world's best city to visit. But it's not just the stunning nature, beaches, and the heat that makes it so awesome. It's the people and the music.
All the time we are dancing and singing and my caipirinha!
E aqui tudo é mágico.
The best part about Rio, the quality of the women.
Everyone's super nice.
O calor das pessoas no Rio é a parte mais legal.
And people also come here to have fun.
Cheguei aqui pra ver homem.
O que acontecer no Rio?
Fica no Rio.
And when it comes to Rio de Janeiro nightlife, let's just say there's a few options to choose between and new friends to make. There's just one thing.
O gringo, não confiar em qualquer pessoa.
Be careful all the time.
Muitas pessoas mal intencionadas, né?
I got my phone stolen.
Brazil's just a little bit more advanced. We just need to be careful.
But be nice, and they can be nice with you.
Yeah, just don't get out.
This is how to fully enjoy and stay safe in Rio. Rio de Janeiro is one of the world's most beautiful cities, but it's also unique in another way. A lot of the carioca culture happens right here at the beach.
Another beautiful morning here in Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro. And when the sun is shining, there isn't really any better place to go than the beach.
Nope, it's not just for tourists. This is where people hang out.
Olá, amiga! Qual parte da praia você gosta mais?
Ipanema, posto 10, gente bonita, música boa, caipirinha. E óbvio, é a melhor parte do Rio.
Fala especial do de Ipanema.
Pra ver as mulheres lindas do Brasil, os homens lindos do Brasil.
Você chegou aqui para ver mulheres?
Não, eu cheguei aqui pra ver homens.
Então, concordo com ela totalmente.
Muita festa, muita gente fervendo, trazendo energia brasileira pro povo, que é a melhor que tem no mundo, né? Não tem como negar. E é isso.
Rio is not just a place to improve your tan. It's the #1 destination for Brazilians looking for a good time.
Aqui é o melhor lugar.
Fazer coisas você não vai contar para a família.
Não, deixa em off.
O que acontecer no Rio?
Fica no Rio.
There's a reason Rio is the one place many Brazilian couples wouldn't let their partner visit solo. And some are also scared about this.
It's not a safe place.
Well, that sounds a lot like, for me, like in the US, it would be if you're in a relationship and then, like, for example, your partner wants to visit Vegas, Miami, where else? I mean, it's not in the US, but Dubai is a big one, right? You know, it's like the girls' trip. Or, yeah, you could say for guys too, right? Like he was saying, like, you don't want your partner visiting that place. It's kind of interesting, right? I mean,
Not safe to be on the beach?
Seguro, eu acho que a gente não tá em lugar nenhum, né? Mas aqui tem muitas pessoas mal intencionadas. E assim, você precisa estar sempre atento, né? Se você vai comprar alguma coisa, se você vai na água, sempre estar atento, porque tem muitas pessoas mal intencionadas, né? Você vai pra lá, o ideal é você ter celularzinho reserva, né?
Lapa, yes, that's Rio's most famous nightlife area, famous for gringos getting into serious trouble.
Here we have Lua! Hey! Tudo bom? Ficar na praia é parte da cultura carioca, né?
E até que enfim, tem que aproveitar. Sozinho saiu com bronzeado e cerveja.
And the beer of choice for Brazilians, it's ironically sounding Indian, Brahma. Por que chama Brahma?
Não sei.
Yeah, caipirinhas are for tourists. Locals here drink beer.
Mais uma.
And Brazilian beer comes with a lot of rules.
The beer has to be absolutely ice cold. Let me just check this if it holds up. Um pouco quente, né?
A quente ainda fica bêbado mais rápido.
É verdade? Didn't know that was the case. What's most important for a tourist to know coming to Rio?
É não confiar em qualquer pessoa, porque quem vê cara não vê coração.
Mas cariocas são super simpáticos, não?
Não, os cariocas são muita gente boa, mas o gringo, todo cuidado é pouco, porque do mesmo jeito tem muito carioca, gente boa, tem muita pessoa que tem cara de boa e não é, que é real.
Just gotta move my bag to a safe spot here.
Yes.
yeah, well, I mean, and he's about to talk about it, I think, but just being careful, having your wits about you, right, when you're going around there. You know, there's certain areas that maybe you don't want to walk in, or even, I think, you know, people might like take your stuff if you're on the beach, right? Like I've seen that. I think he's actually talked about it in a previous video. Like two guys came up and he was like in his beach chair and he was selling them, you know, like coconut water or some kind of drink. And so he was looking towards the guy selling him something, but his bag was behind him, right? So like the other guy who was like, you know, working with him, like basically like stole his wallet or stole something out of his bag while he was focused on the other guy, and then they both ran away, or like he got like a black eye or something. So, you know, again, like what they're saying, right? There's a lot of friendly people there and people to watch out for as well. But you know that, I know like it's considered maybe one of the more dangerous places in the world. But there's a lot of places that have that sort of thing, even in any country, really. So it's always, you know, going to the right places, keeping your wits about you, not making stupid decisions. You could also follow the rule of like nothing good happens after 10 p.m., right? Like, because realistically it doesn't, you know, as like a productive human. Also, this is coming from me personally, right? I don't know about you watching this. I am not a party type, right? So like I don't drink, I don't, you know, do any drugs, I don't smoke. So like I can enjoy dancing. So like I could see myself like going out and dancing with a girl or something, but you know, like not really into like the sort of like fratty bro side of things. More just like I would love the beach. There's a lot of great nature in Brazil, obviously. People doing like those, like I think they're like hang glider tours, right? Like they're like going over the ocean and someone's carrying them. I think a lot of good hikes there. Beautiful parts of the city. I'm sure the food's really good. You know, getting like acai bowls, drinking, you know, fresh coconut water all the time. And it's no wonder they're all so fit, right? But let's keep going with the video.
Beach is the most common spot for theft. Pay attention when people approach you.
If you only have a few days in Rio, what do you have to do?
O que não pode faltar com certeza é o Cristo, lógico. Também que eu fui no Pão de Açúcar. E o que quem puder e tiver coragem de fazer é um fogo de parapente. Um voo. É muito incrível. Um voo. Fazer um voo de parapente por cima do rio.
About safety, no, you're not gonna get physically hurt in Rio, but you may get your things stolen. One of the high-risk areas, Copacabana Boardwalk. Never walk with your phone and don't have your bag facing the bike lane. It can get snatched by two-wheeled opportunists.
Yeah, and honestly, I knew some guys in Colombia that happened to, right? Like you can't do like, you know, in the U.S., for example, like, or maybe other countries, or because the U.S. has dangerous places too where it could happen, right? But like a lot of people are like walking around like with their phone out, you know, watching social media or Google Maps even, like they're like doing their directions. But like you want to basically not have your phone out like at all, right? Like I was in Colombia. I was always very safe in good locations. So I was making smart decisions, right? But like, you know, I would only take it out for a little bit if I needed to look at the directions, keep it near my body, right? Like maybe even if I had a jacket, kind of like doing this a little bit, staying away from the roads, like he's saying, because like, you know, a motorbike might come behind you and try to like either take your bag or take your phone if you have it out, right? Or even like your wallet, like if you're holding money. So, you know, I recommend just like being more discreet when you're doing that stuff. And again, like what he's saying, like not walking near the road. Because I saw someone do that in like broad daylight in a nice part of Colombia, right? So what he's saying, like I think it translates to Brazil as well.
Yes, if you want to use your phone, take a phone call or something, step away from the main boardwalk. The Cariocas always take a step aside. Like this.
Just like that, yeah.
Now, that's the way to do it.
It's always a good idea to stand next to these kiosks so you have a safe space around you. Cariocas, they always step aside from the street when they're using their phone. I'm doing a Rio guide.
And now to the good stuff, the Cariocas. Just keep your smile on and you'll make new friends every single day in Rio.
Looky here, guys. Who is this guy? What?
It's an honor to meet this fella right here.
Go do the hug.
Yeah!
Opa! Sydney's first caipirinha.
Yeah.
And how does it taste, Sydney?
Man, all it did was just take me back to the first ever time I watched your channel and saw you obsessing over this stuff. I'm like, what the heck?
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Worried about communicating with the locals? Don't be.
Olá, meu nome é Sydney. I was born in Germany, but I currently live in Brazil.
Nice.
Eu sou alemã falsificada, só nasci lá.
And what do you know? We have a fan right here. Você viu meu canal, né?
And I love that he just did that because that kind of busts a lot of guys' myths about like, oh, if I go somewhere, like I can't communicate with the women, right? Like if you don't know the language. Easy. Google Translate, turn the microphone on, speak into it, let it speak their language back, and you can kind of sometimes it'll be like a small mistranslation, right? But like you can clear it up with each other by maybe fixing the typo or something like that, and then again like turning the mic on and letting her do it as well. So like honestly, like some of those dates can be really fun as well, just like meeting girls that way. So don't let that be something that holds you back.
Sim, no YouTube, muito legal.
Muito legal.
E assista que você também vai gostar.
E qual vídeo você gosta mais?
É quando ele fala sobre roubo aqui no Brasil, sim, como a experiência passar aqui no Brasil. Muito legal, meu amigo, muito bueno.
Welcome to Brazil.
Yeah, I still feel like a celebrity.
Area 51. This is where you want to be.
For sure. Come to Brazil, people.
Yes, this is how just a typical day looks here in Rio. So, which one is really best, Copacabana or Ipanema? I'd put it like this. Copacabana has more comfort and restaurants, Ipanema has more natural beauty and more beautiful people. For the rest of Rio's beaches, check my beach guide.
I'm Vanessa, I'm from here. I was born here. And 3 things that I've been missing, I think the energy here, the people here is energy. All the time we are dancing and singing. My beat. My caipirinha!
I think they are better like that. And what's your number one advice to gringos coming here to Rio?
All right, be careful all the time. Listen to your guide. That's all.
This is Dottie. She's a famous YouTuber.
Oh, very famous, very famous.
So what do you love about Rio and Brazil?
I was surprised that when I went into favela Rocinha, how safe I felt. I'm usually a very anxious person, and we spent the whole day there, probably 9 hours. I would recommend, if anyone wants to go to the favela, to go with a local and go with respect for their rules, listen to your guide.
It's not a safari going to the favela. You have to respect that they actually have their lives going on over there.
Yeah, just don't be an asshole. Period.
Don't be like me.
Ele não baila não, ele?
Não consigo bailar.
Assim você me mata.
Eu sou gringo, não consigo bailar.
Meu Deus, cara.
Well, these guys have themselves to blame. Can't say I didn't warn them. So, what more makes Rio the best city in the world?
Eu gosto do Rio porque aqui tudo é mágico. Tudo é único, tudo é mágico e a energia não tem nenhum outro país e nenhuma outra cidade.
Despite its party reputation, Rio actually offers even more during daytime, and it's not hard finding an awesome restaurant if you know where to look.
So see, like, again, like for me, right, like I don't care about the parties or the drinking, but see, it says date-friendly restaurants here, right? So like, there's a lot of good stuff. There's always good stuff to do in some of these places for someone who isn't like the party type. So don't let that like deter you. Obviously, the beautiful beaches, probably a ton of good food, right? Beautiful scenery, hiking, all these things. So, again, like another good reason to visit.
What is the best with Rio?
I love the beaches, I love going to samba.
Quick break to let them finish the birthday song. It's not the most quiet time.
I love the beaches and I love going to sambas.
And where do you find these sambas?
You can go to Lapa, to Beco do Rato, you can go to Pedra do Sal in the city center. Also Santa Teresa is a very nice place to go.
And most of these were in Centro, right? So Beco do Rato, Lapa, Pedra do Sal, that's all Centro.
And to find all these samba parties and street events, follow this account. You can thank me later. And since you complain I make too little food content, here's my ultimate tip for a romantic afternoon date. A floating restaurant in Urca next to Copa.
Wow.
We gotta get on that boat.
Moreta de Urca is that awesome spot of Rio that most tourists miss. And the sunsets here, yeah, you'll see.
Haha, here we go. Route 1.
2 things to keep in mind before visiting these sweet floating restaurants. Day and weather. A Saturday with clear skies, you might have to stand waiting for a while to get your spot. Luckily, I'm with an expert.
Que maravilla!
Yes, date potential is high, and weekends this place offers a pretty decent pre-party.
Best table.
And as the drinks arrive, the sun begins to set and George Michael starts playing. You're once again reminded there is no place like Rio. It's time to check out what madness Rio de Janeiro nightlife has in store for us this time.
I have no words for this city. It's beautiful and we have hot guys.
Well, thank you, Sabrina. And now a little look at your nightlife options. Live music can be found, well, everywhere. For a posh party with bottle service, I'd recommend Vitrini, the home of Rio's rich and beautiful, but the dance floor won't start pumping until very late. Right next door is All In Lounge with a slightly younger crowd and more focus on going wild and doing it VIP style, both in Barra da Tijuca. Excellent DJ and beautiful people. If you're looking for electronic parties, you'll need to stay on top of the event calendar, and you never really know what you're getting. Unless going to Rio's main electronic nightclub, The Edge. But as I've said before, Rio's best parties are usually found on the streets.
Jesse on his way to his first and last summer. You're gonna die.
And by the way, like, you might be watching this, like, I had a situation, it was like one of the first dates I ever went on in Colombia. Like, the girl, like, we went to a place that she was familiar with, like a really great, like, dance club. And there was like 5 different floors with like different styles of music. There was like rock and electronic and reggaeton. And like, honestly, like when we were on the way, I was like, this is looking more and more like potentially sketchy or potentially dangerous here. But she was, I trusted her too, right? Which, again, like, you have to be able to do that. So make sure that you're putting your trust in someone. I did take a little bit of a risk there, I'll be honest. But it turned out really great. And, if you know the girl well, especially if you know the girl well, like, I would say, like, if it's during the day, right? Going with someone like a guide or someone that you trust, right? Because you're going to find, like, some of these experiences a lot more enjoyable rather than, like, going into some of these places where you're like, like, am I going to be okay here, like, alone as the foreigner, right? Like, how's this going to work out? So I would definitely recommend, making some friends and going.
We'll keep him safe. All right, samba time.
These parties happen at different spots every weekend. To find them, use that Insta account. And no, it's not a favela funk. Street parties on the regular schedule are usually a little more controlled. Favela parties should be picked very carefully.
All right, Jesse, how excited are you for your first samba party?
Hey, this is my first one. I'm beyond excited. Look at the street. Look at the people. Look at the view. It's perfect out here.
No, one thing is still missing to make this perfect. All right, there we go. It's a party. For a newcomer, these street parties might appear a little chaotic, but that's the way the Cariocas want it. And if you want a real taste of street party madness, set your Uber for Pedra do Sal any given Monday night. This weekly event has grown from a mini festival to a total chaos of alcohol, music, and random hookups. Prepare yourself, it gets insanely crowded.
And it also means looking after your phone.
Windows, brain.
Yes.
Precisa guardar que o senhor rouba tudo. Sabe como é que é o Rio de Janeiro, né?
Not kidding, every Tuesday morning I get a text from robbed gringos. And only buy drinks from vendors you trust. With all that said, yes, Pedra do Sal can be real fun. Try to arrive as early as 7 p.m. Later in the evening, you will literally not be able to enter the street leading up to the party square. And bring your smile, you're here to mingle. That's a keeper.
Hey, thank you very much for the videos. You're very welcome.
Yes, you'll make friends.
Yes.
This is my best friend, and I love it. I miss you so much.
Now I'm here. Excuse me, how many pesos are allowed to be in this picture? You liking this better than sound? Excelente. It's freaking ótimo. Ótimo.
Samba, pessoas, amigos, calor humano e muito brasileiro.
You can't go here without making new friends.
Tip from the coach, don't bring white shoes, they will get soiled.
O que é mais maravilhoso?
Eu acho que é comida e as pessoas. As pessoas são muito calorosas, muito receptivas, muito amigas. O calor das pessoas do Rio é a parte mais legal. Muito fácil fazer amizade.
Você acha que é seguro aqui por gringo ou não?
Eu acho que tem que tomar cuidado. Eu acho que é seguro, mas tem que tomar cuidado.
It's not the safest place in the world, but also not the most dangerous. You just need to be careful, really careful, like your phone. Never put it on your back pocket.
My main real safety advice, never party alone. A gringo on his own will raise attention of the bad kind. If you try...
Oh, and that's what I was saying earlier, right? Like, find a friend. Don't party alone, especially if you're going to do that. Again, like, this isn't really my thing here, right? Like it's like too many people. It would be like a little bit too overwhelming, especially for someone just like going there for the first time. Like you might want to start a little bit smaller and maybe work your way up to that. But again, like, find a friend if you're going to do something like that. Someone you trust. Again, he said, like, don't put your phone in your back pocket or probably any of your, like, your money, your wallet, stuff like that. And I don't know if he's going to talk about it here or not, but he actually, I'm pretty sure, had a situation in the past, and obviously he still loves Brazil and Rio. He he's recovered from it. But I think so. In Colombia, there's a similar thing where there's like something called scopolamine, and basically, he was talking about not leaving your drink unattended or like taking drinks from only trusted vendors, right? So like, don't go to the bathroom and leave your drink if you're on a date with a girl or in a bar. Don't accept a gift, like an open drink from someone, right? Because it's a little drug that they'll pop into your drink when you're not looking, and it makes you like a compliant zombie. And what I mean by that is like, you won't really remember. You might remember little bits, but you won't really remember what happens, and they'll like be able to lead you to an ATM, and you'll actually listen to them. Like, you'll put your PIN in and take all your money out and give it to them, or you'll listen to them. You'll both go back to your apartment, and you might wake up in the morning with like your laptop and everything stolen, right? Like, I've heard that happen to guys. So what I'm saying, right, I'm not trying to scare you, right? I'm just telling you so you know. This is why you need to make smarter decisions. And I mean, maybe again, like, not even drink when you're out there. If you do, again, be careful about who you take it from, or leaving your drink open around someone. So these are the things to look out for and keep in mind, so you can enjoy your time.
Solo, visit a hostel before, or strike up a conversation at the beach.
Yes!
Or if you're lazy, just hire me as your party expert.
This is Pedadosa.
When it comes to drinks, always cover the top with your hand, or stick to beer in bottle. It reduces risk of getting something in it.
Like that.
You are rich.
And don't drink everything.
I'm feeling like these shots might kill me. Am I safe? Probably not. Oh, for f***'s sake. What was that, Gringo? Come on, tell me.
That was tequila.
But safe tequila, or I'm dead in the favela tequila?
Probably not.
Oh, for f***'s sake, man. Good luck, sir. That's why you didn't drink it. You're a
Yes, sir. That's why I didn't drink it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, nearly 18 minutes into the video, it's finally time to check out Rio de Janeiro's most loved beach.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at Ipanema Beach.
Oh yeah, this view always makes my heart skip a beat. To fully enjoy Ipanema, come a weekend and settle down with the beautiful crowd at Posto 9 or 11.
When you're in Rio, what are you not allowed to miss?
Make a hiking, then you can go into the beach.
And which beach is the best?
It's Ipanema Beach, of course. We enjoy it right now.
Yes. So once you go to Ipanema, you don't have to visit anymore.
In terms of safety, Ipanema is considered to have just a little fewer thieves, but still watch over your things.
Hey, what's up, girls?
Hey!
Where are you guys from?
North Carolina, the States.
Coming all the way to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
If you can give any travel advice, what are you not allowed to miss in this?
Don't leave your phone on the table. I got my phone stolen. It was sitting on the table. So just at a restaurant, yeah. So just keep all your belongings with you. Watch over all your stuff.
I mean, it's a great city. Everyone's super nice. I love how chill it is here.
I did hear another story. I think it was actually from a friend of mine who went to Carnival like maybe a year or two ago. Like someone, it was like someone trying to take everyone's phones, right? Basically what they did is like one guy went in the restaurant that they were all eating, and he like threw something down, like a beer bottle or something, so the glass all shattered. And so like everybody in the restaurant looked while they had another friend or two with them that, like, anyone who had their phone out or any valuables on the table, they just went and took everything and ran out, right? So it's a simple thing, right? Like Americans especially probably aren't used to that, right? Like they always like have their phone out or leave their phone out on the table, whatever, right? So again, like, just keep an eye on your belongings. Like, it's not likely that it's going to get stolen if you're actually being smart about your stuff, but you need to realize that you're in a different location and some of the things that happen there. And you can still enjoy your time and be safe.
Just good vibes all around, so.
Keep your phone in your pocket.
And when taking a swim, leave the bag with someone looking trustworthy.
Oh, yeah.
Even the culture here, it's a lot of...
Well, of course, that's like the obvious one, right? It's like if one of you needs to get in the ocean, or you've got a group of friends that you trust, right? Like being able to leave your bag that has your phone in your wallet with someone who's watching it and safe on the beach, so you can kind of maybe take turns or rotate. That would be definitely one I would be thinking about if I went to the beach there.
The beach, isn't it?
Certainly. And you can ask cariocas too. They say the same thing. This is what it means to be a carioca, to hang out on the beach here.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent life being a carioca.
Yep, this is living.
Hey, what's up, guys? Man, You make good content. You're very famous in the US as well.
So what's the most fun thing you've been doing here in Rio?
Playing Altinha soon. It's playing Altinha, yeah. Football.
Oh, it's two football guys here.
Guys, where are the caipirinhas? Can't see any caipirinha here. Oh yeah. Famous beer of Brazil. Careful out there. And caipirinhas, forget restaurants. They always taste best at the beach.
Oh, dois caipirinhas.
But don't spill it. According to rumors, caipirinha stains can leave burn marks on your body. My Scandinavian skin must be immune.
The best part about Rio, the quality of the beaches, the quality of the women. And what about the women? The Brazilian women seem a little bit warmer, and sort of how down to earth they are.
The women in Brazil are more sympathetic.
More sympathetic and more sort of friendly, approachable.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Did you guys watch this video?
Yeah.
And the best part of an Ipanema beach day, the very end of it. Few sunsets in the world can compare. Follow the crowd and make your way down to the very start of Ipanema, the rocks of Alpador. This is where the locals gather to watch the show every day.
This is Alpador. He's sitting in a baby section, drinking his milkshake.
And look here, Eduarda is coming.
She's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
What's important to know as a gamer?
You need to be safe here. Don't use your cell phone everywhere like a crazy. But you need to chill too and enjoy the moment, enjoy the...
Yeah, well, this is also worth mentioning too, right? Like not only like the cell phone, the wallet stuff. I would pay attention to what kind of stuff the Brazilians are wearing, right? So whether you're a woman watching this or a guy watching this, pay attention to the kind of stuff that they wear. So you would, you know, it might not be like, it might not help you a ton, but you can blend in a little bit more, right? Like you don't want to be walking around with like a crazy like necklace or, you know, like your bling, right? Your rings, your fancy bag, your watch, right? Like all these things would be indicators for someone to kind of like be like, this person's like definitely a foreigner, like they probably have money, you know, like if I can. Again, what he was saying earlier, like it seems like it's unlikely for you to get hurt. It's just like they might take your stuff, right? So just keep that in mind because you don't want to be stuck in a situation where like you don't have your money or your cards and you can't pay for stuff or your passport, right? Like you need to be able to get home if that's what you want to do, right? So all that said, right, on a lighter note, right, like obviously a lot of the people there are also very friendly and warm. Like you've seen like the high energy a lot of people have here just from living there.
And open your heart for new experience.
How do you get friends here in Rio?
Go to the hostels or go to parties and just open yourself and people will be very nice with you.
You can talk to anyone here in Rio.
Yeah, but with a little bit safe, you know, don't trust in everyone, but be nice and they can be nice with you. If they not, just go.
Hey, whoa, wow, biker dude. How are you? Hola, Rica.
Yes, this is actual footage from the first time I met Ryan, famous from that nude beach video.
I saw you online.
All right, so this guy he came here from Colombia. How does it compare, Brazil and Colombia?
I don't like to talk down about either or, but after spending 3 years in Colombia, now I'm here in Brazil, I think Brazil just has a little bit more space, a little bit more things to explore. Colombia, it's like the starter pack. It's like the beginner. It's a great start. Brazil is just a little bit more advanced. Hey, Swedish Gringo's the man. He's been to almost everywhere in Brazil. He knows all the stuff. Check out his videos on YouTube.
Still haven't learned how to drive one of these, obviously. And once you go Brazil, you don't go back.
Nice to meet you, man. See you around. Never.
Yep, I now have an electronical motorcycle. There were so many things I wanted to show you, but we simply can't fit any more into this video. I had a bunch of more places to visit and lots of new Lapa material. But hey, I guess you just have to stick with my Lapa guide and all those other party videos. Now book your flight to Rio. You're missing out on a whole lot of fun. And don't forget to hit me up for some safety.
Awesome, guys. Well, yeah, obviously, like, you know, a lot of good points in there. I'm glad that he touched on the safety points because, you know, you can do all those things and then really enjoy this beautiful place and the beautiful people. So, you know, if you like the video, thank you for watching this far. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. You got this, bro.